Hey everyone, my name is Jamie Lee. Welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for watching this video today. Now today I am very excited to be bringing you a huge, very huge Cupshe haul, try on, and review. Now if you have never heard of Cupshe before, I have reviewed them before on the channel, but it was a couple years ago, so I'm excited to be doing it again now with some new suits. Now Cupshe is a brand that was created around the idea of affordable swimwear for everyone, so they carry bikinis, one pieces, cover-ups in a very wide variety of sizes, usually from like an extra small up to like a 3X or 4X. They have literally hundreds of styles, so there's definitely guaranteed to be at least one that you will like. And in general, I do find their prices to be very, very reasonable. A lot of times you can get like a full bikini set for like $30 to $60 Canadian for like both pieces, a one piece for like somewhere in that range as well. And when they have sales, like clearance sales or end of season sales, you can get a two-piece bikini or a one-piece or a really beautiful swim cover-up for very, very affordable prices. Now, in general, I would say shipping takes about 1 week. I personally have never had to pay duties on anything from Cupshe before. Now, I bought my first two Cupshe bathing suits probably 4 or 5 years ago now at this point, and they have held up very, very well. I got one that was like white with leaves all over it, like a leafy print, and one that was like green with floral. The white one I've worn in the water many, many times, has never gone see-through, so that's just good to note. And my green one-piece one, I've worn hundreds of times. Like that has been my staple bathing suit for many years. It still looks great today, and I have literally worn it in the water, in pools, in saltwater beaches, hundreds of times. So I am excited to have some new Cupshe pieces. Now they did reach out to me and offer to send me some pieces for free. So everything that you were going to see today, I did pick out myself, but I was gifted by Cupshe. Of course, as you know, we will still be reviewing each one and giving the brutally honest review. Now I did specifically try to pick a variety of different styles. So I have some one pieces, some that I think are like really sexy, some that are a little bit more modest. I got a tankini, I got a couple bikinis. I really wanted to show the range of different swimsuits that they carry. And I do honestly believe that they have something for everyone. Whether you are a newer mom and you know you need a little bit of extra tummy support, or you need something that, you know, you can whip something out of very quickly, or you're, you know, going on spring break and you just want something sexy and fun. They have everything. There is no age limit to these bathing suits. Not that I think that there should be for any bathing suit. And finally, before we get into the full try on and review, I would like to do a gentle reminder. Everybody is a bikini ready beach body. You do not need to change yourself to fit into a swimsuit. Just buy a new swimsuit. These ones are nice and affordable. You can buy a couple and try out which ones you like. If people shame you, that is a reflection on them and how they feel about themselves. That is not a reflection on you. Everybody is beautiful. I myself have lots of stretch marks. I have cellulite. I have uneven boobs. Guess what? It doesn't matter. And now, without any further ado, because we have a lot of swimsuits to get through, let's start with number one. So first up, we have this very beautiful one piece that has, of course, a pretty low cut front and then crisscross straps at the back. It also has these cute little ribbon ties at your shoulders. I think this is very cute. I love the print of it. I think it is adorable. I think it will look cuter once you have a tan, if you're very pale like me, because it's definitely a lighter pink, and I just think generally this super light pink looks better if you have a darker skin tone. Now, obviously this does cut up a little bit at the front. I would not consider this to be like super high cut or anything, but it's definitely not like your standard cut where it kind of cuts you off below your hip bones. This does not give a lot of support, but it does give good coverage. What I mean by that, I don't feel like I'm going to flash anyone. These feel very secure. They're going to stay here. I'm not going to have a nip slip, but I don't have good support. So if that's something that you need, like you want your breasts to be sitting a little bit higher, this is not going to do that for you. They're just going to be where they are, which is comfy and feels really good, but I know that that makes some people feel a little uncomfortable. So just something to note. Now, the back of this, I would consider this to be fairly full coverage. On me, I have a larger butt. It does tend to ride in towards the middle a little bit. So if that bothers you, having to pull it out all the time, this might not be the suit for you, but we have lots more, and some of those do have a lot higher coverage. So overall, I really like this one. It feels really well built. It feels really nice on the skin. There's nothing about this that feels like it's digging in or it's scratchy. It would be comfortable to, you know, go to the pool in. It would be comfortable to swim in. It would be comfortable to lounge in. And please do keep in mind, as we kind of work through all of these swimsuits, I got absolutely everything in a size medium, and I will link every single one of the bikinis that I got down in the description box in case you want to buy any of those. I will also link Cupshe if you just want to browse, and you could browse for hours. There are that many bikinis. And with that, on to the next one. All right, next up we have this, which if I block these parts out, looks like it's going to be a bikini. It's not, it's a one piece. At the back, it is kind of just like a full one piece with a full coverage bum. It does have adjustable straps. And then from the front, obviously, we've got this pretty large cutout along with this little center tie. Now you can take this little tie off if you want, like it does not have to be there, but I do think that it's really cute. I like how it's kind of cinched in the middle there. This is one of the like very new arrivals on Cupshe. They had so many things in like these very vibrant, beautiful prints with like florals, lots of purples, pinks, greens, blues, and I absolutely love the pattern on this. As you can see, it's very, very vibrant. And I personally love the way that this one fits. This to me is like the perfect compromise of if you really like the look of like a bikini, or you like the look of your upper tummy, but maybe you're feeling a little self-conscious about the lower part, or you feel like you need a little extra support down at the bottom, this is a great option for you. This one does give very, very good support and obviously also coverage. I don't have anything spilling out the sides. I have what I would consider to be a nice little amount of cleavage, and obviously you can make this tighter with this center tie if you feel like you need a little extra support, and you can tighten up the straps a little bit if you feel like, once again, you need it to be a little tighter and be holding you a little higher. But overall, this little one piece, I can tell that I will wear it all the time. It's very cute, but it is so comfy. You are completely held in. You don't have to worry about flashing somebody, and you could easily swim, run around, build sandcastles, do anything in this swimsuit without having to worry about flashing. Now, something that I talk about a lot when I'm trying on swimsuits is what I'm gonna say, crotch coverage. I find that every single one of these Cupshe bathing suits, at least all the ones that I've tried on so far, have more than enough crotch coverage where I don't feel like anything is going to slip out. They all have different ranges of how much like bum coverage they have, how high cut they are, but they all have good crotch coverage. So if that's something that usually concerns you about bathing suit shopping, they should have you covered, literally. All right, next up we have our first bikini of the day. This took me an embarrassingly long time to put on because of this top. So let's talk about the top first. So this top is barely on, as I'm sure you can tell. I could definitely either use a bigger size, or maybe I just don't understand how to like tie it properly. That's probably more likely. It basically is just like completely open when you get it. Like it has a strap along the back. and then you just wrap these little ties around yourself until it's tied. So I've tied it at the front here just so you can see like what the situation is. But you could tie that at the back, you could tie it into a big bow, you could do whatever you want with it. I do like that there's like a high level of customization with it. Now that I have it like pulled in a little bit, I actually do think it's a little cuter than I was giving it credit for. It has these really nice little ruffles all the way along it, which I think are really beautiful. They look really cute. And then of course, this string is super, super long, so that you can tie it kind of however you want, in the back, in the front, to the side. Very customizable if that's something that you like, or if you have maybe smaller boobs for your size. This might be a good option for you because remember, a lot of Cupshe bikinis are sold as a set. So you are choosing one size. So in this example, medium for both pieces. Say you need a size small in the top, but a medium in the bottom. Something like this, where it just ties and you can like really customize how tight it is, would be a really good option for you. Cupshe does also have a whole section of the site where you can buy separates. So that is another option if you do feel like you need two different sizes. Now for these bottoms, these are by far, even though we tried on some one pieces before, these are the most high coverage bottoms that I have had so far. They are very cute, actually. I really do like them. They're super ruched on the side, which might be a little hard to see on camera because of the leopard print. But then they have like really, really full coverage at the back. And because they're super ruched, there is a little bit of extra fabric here that if that's something that makes you more comfortable, having a little ruching over your tummy, this would be a great option. These also obviously come up super, super high. Like my belly button is way down here compared to where these end. Like I've said before, they still have incredible crotch coverage, very wide, wider than I actually need, but I like that. I would rather have that than the alternative. And in general, I think that they are very cute. And now that I've kind of figured out how to tie this a little better, I think in the future, I would just tie it a little tighter. And then it would be even cuter and I wouldn't have to worry about anything popping out. But this is a great time to ask. Go down in the comments right now. Do you prefer bikinis or one pieces? I get very, very split results every time I ask this, either IRL to my friends and family or on videos or on Instagram polls. I would love to know your opinion. Which do you prefer? I honestly, for years, loved bikinis. I feel like one pieces nowadays are just more interesting. And like this with the top actually is kind of an interesting bikini, which I like. And we have a very interesting one coming up. But I feel like people just do more with one pieces lately. So I've been like kind of drawn to them. But let me know your opinion and I'm gonna put on the next one. All right, next up we have this adorable pink set, which you'll notice I don't have the bottoms on. We'll talk about that in a second. But I got this because I just loved the idea of having puff sleeves while I was, you know, wearing my bikini at the beach. I just thought this was so cute, like a little 80s puff sleeve on my bikini. And I really like the bright pink color, very like Barbie pink. The top, so cute. I put it on, I was like, wow, this is adorable. These bottoms are way, way too small, like painfully small, unfortunately for me. I have quite wide hips for my size. I have a very big bum. I personally felt like these were digging into my hip bones in a way that just like was kind of painful. And my entire butt was just like out. It basically turned into a thong the second I put it on. This one also does have like a little bit less crotch coverage than some of the other options that I've tried, but I do think that if you sized up one size, this would probably be perfect. The only problem with that would be the top is the exact same, like you get both as a set, and it's not super adjustable. It does have one of the clasps where you just kind of hook into the like little loop of fabric on the other side, and there are at least two options, so you could have it a little bit tighter than this if you needed. So hopefully if you size up one, It will fit. Now remember, if you are like very, very skinny, you're very narrow, you don't have too much butt, you have narrower hips, this would actually probably fit perfect for you and would be adorable. Like, who doesn't want puff sleeves? I just think that they're very, very cute. You'll have to let me know what you think about them. I know a lot of people will probably find it a little weird, but I love it. I also love the way that this top fits. Super minimalist around the bottom. Obviously a good amount of cleavage, the poof sleeves, and then it's just almost like a little crop top at the back. Like, I just really, really like how it looks. I am devastated that the bottoms don't fit properly. I'll have to give them to somebody who's a little smaller than me, but you'll definitely have to let me know how you like it. All right, this one I feel like I'm going to only be able to show sparingly, bits and pieces at a time, in order for YouTube to not be mad. But just know, this is the sexiest one of all of them. If that's what you're looking for, like a super sexy, obviously super, super plunging neckline, very, very high cut at the front, minimal back coverage, and then the back is just open with like a tiny tie at the back of your neck that holds this kind of like together. It's definitely very cute. It's not something that I can see myself wearing super often. We know I generally fall on the, like, I like a flirty, fun bikini, don't get me wrong, but I like to do a lot of stuff at the beach, run around, build sandcastles, eat a bunch of food, do all kinds of stuff, and my boobs would fall out. So this obviously does not have support. It also doesn't have a ton of coverage. There's a lot of side boob from the side view. It looks really good. It is like a breeze away from blowing open and your bits coming out. Now, I really, really like how high cut it is in the bottom actually. It still has good crotch coverage, so I feel very supported down there. And I personally, you know, I love a high leg on my swimsuits. I think that it just makes my non-existent legs look like a tiny bit longer, but a bit too much boob for me. All right, now for a swimsuit completely in the opposite direction of that last one, we have a little tankini. I have never worn a tankini in my entire life. I always get either a two-piece bikini or I get one pieces. I have never had a tankini in my life, but I wanted to show one in case that's your preferred swimsuit style. They have these too. They have all different things. They have little swim skirts if that's something that you prefer, so that you're not showing quite so much butt. Now, do I think that this color looks particularly flattering on me? No, I probably should have picked one that was not quite so close to my skin tone, but I do think that the cut of this is very cute. Obviously, you still get lots of cleavage. This does have good support and like enough coverage that I would feel very comfortable doing anything in this. The straps are adjustable, so you can tighten them up if you need these to be a little tighter or looser. You can adjust them. Obviously, it has this cute little frilly part that kind of lays over your tummy. So if that's something that you're insecure about, you don't have to worry about it. You can just enjoy your time at the beach. And overall, I think the top fits very well. I actually really like the top a lot. I think that the little tankini part of it, this little nice frilly, is very cute. If you were feeling bloated, you want to eat a lot of food, drink a lot of beer at the beach, and then have something that's going to cover up your tummy, this would do a great job of that. Now the bottoms, I'm not as much of a fan of. I just think that on my body, they fit a little bit weird. They kind of hit me at a very odd spot. These are the least high cut that I've tried, I'm pretty sure. And the spot where they hit me is kind of like right on a bone, so it looks a little bit weird. They're also slightly tight on the seam, so they dig into my skin a little bit and make, you know, a little bit of fat pushed out. And we all have fat, that's not a dirty word. Now the back has some ruching, but the ruching starts here and goes up instead of being like at your butt, which normally when I think like butt ruching, like it's in like your bum crack so that, you know, your cheeks look like separated and really juicy. Having it up here, unless like, you know, my butt is just a little weird compared to most people, it's just not doing anything. So it's fine. It's not like taking anything away, but it's not adding anything. In the front, these are what I would consider to be just like a mid-rise. I like that. I don't need like a super high cut bikini, but this will still cover anything you want. And then of course you're going to have your little tankini over anyways. So once again, if you like a tankini style, this could be cute for you. I would probably only recommend it if your skin doesn't like exactly match the color of the bathing suit, because it makes it kind of blend in and look like you're naked. But they had lots and lots of other different colors and styles of tankinis, if that's what you prefer. Now lastly, and thank you for sticking with me if you have seen all of these bathing suits already, we have this little one-piece stripy white and black number. Now, I really like this. Honestly though, I feel like my younger sister will be even cuter in this. This just looks like her vibe to me. Now, this is very cute. I think that this is easily one of my favorite fits of bikinis out of all of them. I love this like pretty low daring neckline, but then it has this tie in the middle, and this is like a true tie. So you can tie this up as tight or as loose as you want. You could make this a bow, you could just make it a little knot. It's up to you. And I think that that makes it really cute and a little more adjustable in terms of how much support you want, because that's really the thing that's kind of like pulling you in. Now, this one has a seam kind of right at your waist, which I like. I do think that it kind of helps draw the eye to the smallest part of you. Obviously, cute little keyhole right here. This is a fairly full coverage bathing suit. It cuts you in like a more traditional bikini style cut and is pretty full coverage at the back as well. And then obviously at the top, it's quite low and the sleeves have these beautiful little ruffles. Overall, I feel like this style, and they had like this same sort of style in many different colors and patterns, is probably my winner of like cutest style of the day, with this little purple one piece winning my favorite overall of the day. This would also win best pattern if I were doing, you know, an award show. Overall, obviously we've tried a lot of different styles today. Some I think looked really great on me. Some were not the best for me, but would probably look amazing on somebody else. And that's the beauty of somewhere like Cupshe that has so many different styles. I am finding lately that a lot of the like trendier, in style, in the moment swim companies only release like this one style of bathing suit. And like that is the style that's like very mainstream right now. It's like the teeny tiny bottoms that are like a thong cut, super small in the front and super high cut, teeny tiny little tops. Those swimsuits, while adorable, don't work on everybody. Honestly, they do not work for me. Tiny little tops don't offer enough support for my boobs. Teeny tiny little bottoms just make me too uncomfortable. I think that it is growth to know what you like on your body. You don't need to always try and like cram yourself into the thing that's in style. I also want to point out that those teeny tiny little bikinis also are made for people who are 3X, 4X and larger. You can rock those bikinis. If you like how they look on you and you feel confident and comfortable in them, you rock those. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I'm glad that there are still companies that are delivering a more full coverage bottom, that are carrying things up to a 3X, 4X, that are still trendy and in style, but also things that are maybe a little more traditional, a little more modest, because I think it's good to have choices. Now, one thing that you haven't heard me talk too much about today is the overall quality of like individual bikinis. I would say the quality of all of these is very similar. I would consider all of them to be good quality bathing suits. Now, when I think of bathing suits, I generally think of something, especially in this price range, where maybe I'll wear it for like a couple seasons or one season. You would 100% get a season or two out of any of these bathing suits. As I mentioned before, I've literally worn a Cupshe one piece for like 5 years. And it's still just as good as it was when I got it. Now, will all of them last that long? That depends how you take care of them, how much you wear them, how often you wear them. But in general, I do feel like they're good quality. They're not an ultra high luxury feeling, like super soft fabrics, but they all feel really good, especially for the price. Now, like I said before, I will include links down in the description box below. And I would like to say a gigantic thank you to Cupshe for reaching out and sending me some of these bikinis. I do really appreciate it. I have switched, as some of you may or may not know, to doing this full time. And companies that are willing to send me some products to review is one of the main reasons why I am able to do that. So I do really appreciate it. And I am very honest with companies that I am only going to post what I really think about their products. To me, when companies are still willing to send something to you even after you make that disclaimer, that means they stand by their product. And I, like I said, for the price, feel like every single one of these bikinis is more than worth it. So huge thank you to Cupshe. Huge thank you to you if you've stuck it out this long. I know already that this is going to be a longer than average video just because there were so many swimsuits to get through, and I cannot thank you enough for sticking with me today. So thank you very much. I hope that you have a fantastic week, and I will see you next time. Bye.